Hello.
What's up? What's
How's it
going on?
going?
What's your take?
Das Vidania, comrade. We did it, right?
Yes, sir. Did you guys watch
All
the
right, what's up?
inauguration?
Yeah.
N- no, not really. I had better to do. I didn't want to watch Elon Musk become president. It was weird that a foreigner was becoming president.
Oh yeah, you have to be American born, right?
Yeah, so it was
I
weird that
mean,
he
do
was
rules
becoming
really
president.
matter these days?
I will say it was really nice of Press Secretary Donald Trump to accept the award on his behalf. So
Yeah, I mean like Elon Musk is gonna be the controls the puppet, yeah.
Yep. He's the
yep, the
oligarch.
puppet
Are we
master,
debating?
which is funny because you guys were like, well, I don't know if you're MAGA or not. I don't know if you're debating, but it's funny because you guys kept saying that Biden was a puppet. Like that's what I kept hearing from MAGA.
Well, I mean, I don't. He got kicked out, right?
What?
No.
By his own party.
Who, Biden?
Yeah, Biden.
What does that? What does that
What
have
an
to do
interesting
with what
page
I
you have.
just said?
Well, it doesn't, you see. It's called a non sequitur.
Right, but
What is your
I
channel
just
all
pointed out.
about?
Are you debating?
Yeah. What do you mean?
Cool. How old are you?
I did vote for Trump. I'm 18.
Okay.
It tracks.
What did you get from voting for Trump?
Well, life was a lot better back in like 2019 for almost
Bro, you were
everybody.
14. I don't want to hear it. You were a child. I don't want to hear you talk about life. Life at that time.
Or
I don't want to hear it.
I just said for everybody, and where was I not alive while I was 14 years old?
I'm sure the struggle was real
I
paying
mean,
the rent.
barely.
For my parent? Yeah, my parents voted for Trump too.
Yeah, I know. It's amazing what someone can do inheriting a good economy.
I mean, it's also funny how Kamala Harris did a lot worse than Joe Biden in 2020.
Kamala. It doesn't. Do you know what a non sequitur is?
No.
Okay, this is what I like to call non sequitur soup. You're saying a bunch of things in response that don't have anything to do with what I was talking about.
Well, you were saying I was 14 in 2020, and I was. I don't really have a response to that.
I know, but I
What
pointed
did you
out
want
what
me to
did you
say to
vote
that?
for? Right, I asked like what did you vote for? I don't know if you know this, but like just a president being in office doesn't dictate the economy. Their policies do, and he inherited a good economy and then destroyed it. And
Who,
now he's
Trump?
back to do it again.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Wait,
No, fucking
hold
Elon.
on. He in the middle of his 2 terms, it was Joe Biden. How would he come back before he got inaugurated?
What?
Joe Biden was the president from 2020 to 2024. How would he come back to destroy the economy before he gets inaugurated?
He is
That's what you just
inaugurated. I
said.
said he's coming back to destroy it. Joe Biden didn't destroy the economy. Joe Biden kept the economy together.
He kept it together. Did he
Yes.
keep it together better than Donald Trump in 20 when
Yes.
in
Did
his
it
first term?
collapse under Biden or under Trump?
Well, it collapsed
well,
under Trump because he had to
I
deal
would
with
say that
COVID.
Gotcha.
you're.
Stop there.
Hey, yeah,
What?
that works. Listen, Joe Biden inherited economic turmoil. And just because that turmoil had not materialized under Trump because he kept writing checks, does not mean it wasn't coming. But in terms of the rest of the world, we did pretty well.
Wait, what do you mean by in terms of the rest of the world? We did pretty well.
So
You mean
we
outside the
took on
states?
inflation. Yes. We experienced global inflation as a result of the pandemic and the measures that were taken to protect us from it. Joe Biden dealt with that. Our inflation was among the lowest in the world.
Yeah, it was still higher than when Trump was in office in his first term.
Because of an
It's worth
economic
mentioning why.
turmoil caused by COVID.
Right.
And just to
Well,
point
Which
out,
happened
the
under
measures
Trump.
the measures that Trump took in a lot of ways contributed.
hold on. Trump had to deal with COVID too in his just 1 year before his term ended.
I'm
Right.
aware we did not
And
start
in dealing that,
experiencing inflation in that last. We started experiencing it the next year.
So then you probably shouldn't have said that Trump handed over a bad economy to Biden when it was caused by COVID, mostly.
but did he not hand over a
But
bad
he
economy?
did. I didn't assign blame. I just said that he did.
Right, he handed over the economy well, because the transfer of power happened in 2020. That was when COVID was at
2021.
its peak. 2021, my bad. That was a little bit after a lockdown, but so everything was affected.
Right. Well, again, that's not Joe Biden's fault.
But he
He inherited
couldn't.
that and had
It's
to
also
deal with
not
it.
an indicator as to how Trump would be better or different.
No, not
No,
at all.
but Biden didn't initiate anything to fix it in his 4 years.
Yes, he
Anything at
did.
all?
Nothing. He had
Yeah, he
4 years
did.
to do it too.
He absolutely did.
Did he really?
Yes.
The
And the
Yet the price
Republicans
of goods are
blocked him.
still.
And the Republicans blocked him the entire length of the way. You can say that he didn't do a good enough job, but a lot of that's Republicans. They only have so much power as just being the president.
How can the Republicans block them when they weren't even in power? The Democratic Party was in power
Because
while Joe
there is
Biden
what
was in
is
office.
called a filibuster.
Right.
Do you know what that is?
Yeah, but I'm just saying
No.
the price of goods
It is.
are still
I'm just saying. I know
did not come
we're
down.
addressing that right now. Yeah, that's what we're addressing right now. Global pandemic, a lot of financial issues.
Right. But we're in 2025, but 2024, the COVID, it already died down. You know that, right?
And
So did inflation.
was back. Yeah,
Really?
inflation was back to pre-pandemic
Inflation was
levels.
back in
Yes.
2024. Inflation went back in 2024.
Inflation went down to pre-pandemic levels in 2024.
Pre-pandemic. No, you're really gonna lie to 926 people right now?
It's actually more because over on YouTube, I can pull the numbers up for you.
Sure, go ahead. You're saying
Cool,
Alright.
awesome.
2024
Inflation 2019.
inflation in
Oh, you got it,
2024
Jaden?
went down more than
Yep.
2019? Is that what you're saying?
2024. Let's see.
Right here, inflation in 2019, 2.3. Inflation in 2024, 2.9. But again, back end of
Yeah.
it was lower. I think it was 2.3, Jaden.
Yes. 2.4.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
2.4.
2024 is higher than 2019.
I didn't make that claim. You did.
You
I didn't make that claim.
pulled
You
out the
did.
stats.
That's
You
what I
pulled out
find.
the
No,
stats
no, no,
just
no,
to
no, no.
prove me right.
No,
What the
that's not
hell?
what happened. No, hold on a second. Listen, you
Wow.
said so. Listen. I said inflation went back down to pre-pandemic levels. You said you're telling me inflation is less than it was in 2019. I never made that claim. You did.
Well, 2019 was pre-pandemic, wasn't it? And it didn't
Right.
go.
So
You just said
pre-pandemic
24,
levels would
20,
be 2 point. Yes.
and
So
then 2024 was still
2.4%.
higher. 2024
Listen.
was still
So
higher. You just pulled up the stats.
Can you stop talking, you child?
Well, can you talk
2.4%
faster?
is at stop. I don't know if you learned how to shut the fuck up, but if you could start now, that'd be cool. So pre-pandemic levels is 2.4% relative to 2.3. You understand there's variation in months, right?
Yes.
Cool. So pre-pandemic levels would be sub 3.
But you just pulled up the stats, and then you said 2024 was higher by 0.2%.
I don't think you're understanding. Jaden,
you're really
do you want
gonna
to try?
backtrack?
This child's not.
How can I explain
He
this?
just
I'm using
learned
the
his
Bureau of
multiplication
Labor Statistics
tables.
inflation calculator, the CPI inflation calculator. Let's suppose, actually it's not supposed, let's give you the exact number. 2.4, 2.3 in 2019. Right now it is 2.9. Adjust for inflation per the CPI inflation calculator. 2.3 comes out to 3.1 inflation. We would be lower. That'd be 3.1 today. We're just below that.
He doesn't understand anything you just said. Anyways, if you guys want to double tap the screen over on YouTube and or over on TikTok and hit that like button over on YouTube, would appreciate it.
God, my nose is so fucking stuffy. You there? All right. Next.
Recalculating. All right. Well, I guess I'm going to let you go because you kind of froze.
Wait, I'm still here.
Okay.
Wait,
Oh,
I was
shit.
talking to somebody.
He loaded in. Bro buffered. We even got that new map update. All right, go ahead. Yeah.
So, all that calculation is still not true though, because while I was just shopping the other day, and that doesn't prove the facts of what's on the shelf right now.
Inflation is additive.
But it's still added way more in the past 3 years.
Because inflation is additive.
But it added more.
Can you tell me one economic policy of Joe Biden that contributed to inflation?
Why would I know that when I'm a Republican?
What?
Wouldn't you want to know this for the sake of your argument?
But I don't support Joe Biden.
You don't have to, but you should be able to identify the problem of the opposition if you're voting against it, surely.
Well, I focus more on Trump's.
Then how can you say that Biden's responsible to begin with?
Well, because I was alive when he was
So
in
the
office.
fuck am I?
thing-
Everybody here is
so was
alive.
I.
Did you know that? Did
Oh,
you know
no.
every
Is
person
anybody here
watching
not
this is
alive 4 years ago? No
It'd be a
shit.
shock if
We
they
got viewers
weren't.
from the dead. We got all those Trump voters in here, I guess. Sorry, I thought I would make the joke since they make it about us. So it is crazy that you guys literally just stole from a black man and then repurposed it as being your success, which is very typical.
Oh. Well,
Trump
yeah,
inherited
I'll
Obama's
give-
economy and then took
No,
credit.
I
Trump
give-
inherited Obama's economy and then took credit for it.
Everybody gives
That's it.
Obama credit.
Johnny Five is alive.
Right. So what did Trump do that deserves him credit? Because I could point to things he did that hurt the economy.
Well, no, yeah, he did a lot, but his economy was hurt by COVID. Like I said.
What did he do?
Well, he kept all. Well, during his term, from his first term, unemployment was at an all-time low.
What did he do?
I just told you.
Do you know what causation correlation means?
No.
So, or cause and effect. So you're saying the effect is Donald Trump had a good economy because of Donald Trump. And the question is, what did he do to cause that? Right? Like if I was to take and see a splash in a pool, and then I was just like, I never said what did it, but I kept asking you what caused the splash and you never responded. That's what's happening here.
Well, the economy benefits from unemployment because production is at full force when there's 0% when there's low unemployment, which helped
Joe Biden had
the economy
lower.
under
Joe Biden
Trump.
had lower. Joe Biden had lower unemployment.
No, he didn't, because it was during COVID.
Yes, he did. And he created more jobs than Trump, even adjusted for the jobs from the pandemic being lost.
Did you just tell me Biden created more jobs than Trump?
Biden created more jobs than Trump, yes. Last year, Biden created 2.1 million jobs. That's after adjustments by the Bureau of Labor Management, which brought it down from 2.9, which is, I don't know, 300,000 above the Trump's best year.
Well, no, I was talking about overall. Do you know how much jobs Trump created overall?
Not more than Biden. It's about 1.8 million per year. Joe Biden's average was about 2. Maybe you should watch the show a little bit because Nutcracker paid to kick you. Any final words on this before we move on to the next person?
Nah, fuck him. I'm gonna get some tea.
I'm sorry.
Shut up. Anyways, let's move on. Big day.